This video is for you watching it. If you're watching this video is for you. The question I have today is, are you doing anything to help yourself? But today I wanted to talk about the importance of your child education. The importance of your child education. I'm a father and I'm an uncle. But out of those things, I'm also, to a sense, an educator. I'm also a learner, a student of life. And one of the things I remember from my childhood was that my only job was to go to school. My only job as a kid was to go to school. Hello. Back to the story that as a kid, I was always told that my only job was to go to school. Not just but my only job as a kid was to go to school. See, now as an adult, now I understand that more. As an adult who has been through the education systems in 2 countries, as an adult who has been not only a student in the education system in this country, but also a teacher, educator, or whatever you want to call it. Respect to all the teachers out there doing your thing. I understand what my mother always told me to focus on being a student, focus on figuring out what you want to learn and what you want to be. We all as kids, we're going to rebel. We're going to be influenced by the friends we hang out with, by the things we see on the internet nowadays. We don't control that part of the influence. So we can't fight the part of the influence we can't control. It is very important to understand that you can't really influence the things you have absolute no control over. The faster we come to that reality, the faster we can move on. Once we understand that, we have to understand that there has to be a partnership, an actual partnership of individual, and this can be the parents, this can be grandparents, uncles, neighbors. There just has to be a partnership of great interest in the child's well-being, first of all, and education, because we as adults who are involved in education, involved in a kid's life in whatever form, well-being, taking care, educating, we are part of that partnership, and we have to be able to create and have a strong bond in order to influence also the child. That's why it is important to self-reflect choices that are for the betterment of oneself. You know, we have also a choice to dictate how we want to influence others. I believe we have a choice to have a say in the things we want to do, when we want to do them, where we want to do them, how we want to do them, and only if, not even if, for if we're making the choice to engage, we have the opportunity to wake up. And once we wake up, we have choices. We are in control of the choices that we can make. So if you are going to do good, just do good. You can sit and think bad all by yourself. There's no need to do bad. I'm going to continue focusing on education, on championing for the importance of the education of our kids, the importance of being a real role model, not just being a role model, but a real one. We have to state the facts, but in order to state the facts, we got to be aware, and we really got to understand what these facts are and how these facts affect oneself and others. With that being said, if we have the opportunity to have a conversation about any problems going on in the world currently, remember to include education, because education needs to be reformed, education needs to be revamped, and so on. So the more people we get talking about education and how important it is to provide quality, good education, but also focus on the well-being of the child that we are educating, is important, just as the well-being of the educators that are taking and spending the time with your child, with our childs, with our kids, day in, day out, taking their whatever, and still showing up and doing it every day. So props to those educators, to all educators. Peace. Desmond Brooks. Adios.